Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the Ashland Town Center Mall in Ashland, Kentucky, my local mall in my native city. I enjoy coming to this mall. It is not, it's definitely a mall that is not dying. It's actually thriving, and I'm just shocked, that this mall is actually, for a mall in a rural city like Ashland, it's just crazy that this mall is actually thriving, and it's just crazy. Now, the history of this mall, the mall opened in 1988. Well, it was developed in 1988 as a joint venture between Glimcher Realty, along with Eddie DeMarcello, as well as Simon. Well, it's now part of Simon Property Group as well, but also Crown American would. All three of those companies, as I mentioned, they all developed this mall. And the mall's original anchors, it opened in 1989. The mall's original anchors were Walmart, JCPenney, and Hess's. Meanwhile, Goodies would be added as a fourth anchor. In 1993, Hess's would be sold to Profits. And later on, Profits, their stores would become Belk in 2006. Things would be relatively quiet for a while until 2005, when Walmart decided to vacate Ashland Town Center for a new store location on a hill right above the mall. Now, it might have seemed like a big loss for the mall, but JCPenney had a plan. They would raise the former Walmart space and build early 2008 for a nice new shining JCPenney store, one of 3 prototype stores in the country and the largest department store in the state of Kentucky. It opened in August 2008. This store, the JCPenney store here, was twice the size of the old location. Now, the existing store that they once had was vacated and was sectioned off. Half of it would become a secondary Belk store, because Belk decided to open a secondary store, which would become the Belk Men's and Home store. And Joann Fabrics would be added to the mall later on, so there's that. I'm not sure when Joann Fabrics opened, but TJ Maxx would replace the former Goodies space, and the mall would sign on Rax, Panera Bread, and the Children's Place as new tenants. Things would be relatively quiet, like I said, and if you hear any breathing, that is me talking in the background, so there's that. The mall has definitely changed. I mean, lots of chains have opened up at this mall. Most notably Olive Garden, as well as Five Below, Ulta Beauty, and a bunch of other stores. A Pandora store just opened here recently. You probably saw it earlier. You probably saw some of these chains. Build-A-Bear Workshop opened here recently, so there's that. And the mall was renovated, and I will say it does look a little bland. It's not my favorite, design. I mean, I've been trying to find old pictures of what this mall did look like, and I will admit, I am not a fan of the way this mall looks now. I mean, it is definitely, a bit of a downgrade, but it is still okay. So there's that, guys. I hope y'all, it was definitely, this was filmed on it was filmed on a Tuesday, which was the 13th of May, and it really wasn't too busy. Like I said, it was filmed on a Tuesday, so they weren't overly busy. So it was kind of a good thing, because when I'm filming malls like these, sometimes they get a little too crowded and stuff like that. So there's that. It's about time for us to head out, and this mall did hold up quite well for my, obviously I've been here many times in the past, so, this is a mall that I can't believe I'm saying this. I mean, Very few malls, the term that all malls are dead or dying is, it's just over-exaggerated. I mean, oh God, I don't know, guys, but this is definitely a mall that is thriving and, will continue to thrive. And most recently, it was announced that a Palmetto Moon store would open up in this mall. And yeah, you saw Superhero Creamery, which is a comic book shop / frozen yogurt and ice cream parlor. I think it's just frozen yogurt though. I'm not entirely sure, but anyways, guys, we're heading out right now. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to comment, like, share, subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel for more content. Anyways, guys, take care, stay awesome. I love each and every one of y'all. As always, guys, peace.